welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and I'm back to sitting down. I'm back to sitting down in my videos. I didn't want to stand up for this one because we're talking about the Super Bowl. I don't know why that makes any difference, but it does to me. So, we're discussing the Super Bowl matchup, which is tomorrow. I know I've been kind of putting this video off because I've wanted to see if any injury reports or any of the wild news came out of some sort that could possibly change my opinion of it. We have the San Francisco 49ers going against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm in South Tennessee right now, and a lot of my teachers in my school want the Chiefs to win. I don't know why. I know a lot more people at my school actually want the Chiefs to win, and I don't know why, because what's there to like about them? I mean, you have some people from like Nebraska, from like Ohio, Nebraska area that are rooting on the Chiefs. I get that, but I also have some teachers that are 49ers fans. So this is a good rivalry right here. This is a good little in-game, like in-school fun thing. But let's discuss this matchup. The main guy out of all this is Patrick Mahomes. I think that's obvious. Patrick Mahomes has been here, done that. He has won 2 Super Bowls. He only's lost to Tom Brady. Tom Brady ain't in this matchup. So if you're a Chiefs fan, you're probably feeling a bit confident about them, about the Chiefs, because they showed some stuff offensively. They scored 17 points in the first half against the Ravens. Their defense carried in the second half. And against the Bills, they scored 27. And against the Dolphins, I think they scored 26. So it's not like this team is what we saw against the Raiders in Week 17. No, this is not, or Week 16. This is not that type of Chiefs team. This is a team that can actually move the ball offensively, that Marquez Valdes-Scantling actually can catch, and Travis Kelce's playing his best football he's ever had, of the season. So, I saw that Joe Thuney, the guard for the Chiefs, he will be out this game. He has an injury, so he will not be playing. Remember last time, the only loss and the Patrick Mahomes has had in the Super Bowl was because of Eric Fisher being out, the tackle that he had, and because of that, the Bucs blitzed us a lot, and Mahomes had to run for his life pretty much out there on the field, and they could never get a theme going offensively because of the pressure they're able to get because they had the rock of the backup linemen. So this could happen. One thing that we learned about the 49ers is that they don't do good defensively, whenever offenses run motion plays. They run reverses. We saw that in the opening drive against the Lions. They ran a handoff, I think, to Montgomery. He dropped it off to Jameson Williams, and no one made a turn back on the ball until deep down the field, and even then they couldn't make a tackle. Jameson Williams, wide open lane, touchdown. And he broke some tackles, but he was able to score from 40 yards out on an end around. That's not a good look for the 49ers, which will probably be something the Kansas City Chiefs will try to attack throughout this game. Problem is that your one fast guy is Kadarius Toney. That's your main fast guy. Do you trust him? No. No one does. No one trusts Kadarius Toney. He already does not like the Chiefs. It shows that by them saying he's already hurt, that he's saying he's hurt, he can't play. And Kadarius Toney saying, "They're lying, I'm actually healthy." Well, you're already a problem to this team. You already suck. So I can't say that you're not an injury. You hold the team back. You're just not physically injured. But maybe he'll play. So these end around stuff like that, they might have to get really creative with that. Defensively, the Chiefs are very good at getting after the quarterback. They had a strip sack on Lamar. They're able to keep him in the pocket. And it was strange because the Ravens didn't run the ball. They did not run the ball. That was their strong suit, and they didn't go for it, which was really weird to see. Even though that's early on, whenever they tried to run the ball, it didn't really work. You got to still go for it. You still got to do it. And people might call penalties on certain plays or whatever, like that one interception that Lamar Jackson had, that in the end zones, like, that might have been PI. You could argue that was pass interference. But my gosh, you throw it into triple coverage. That's a terrible decision anyways. So it's not like that, like, the risk sometimes they have playing the Chiefs. It shouldn't be the case, but you know that sometimes they will get favorable calls or favorable no calls. So don't put yourself in a 50-50 chance with a team that you know is not going to get a penalty thrown on them unless it is blatantly obvious. And even then, it might not. So you just got to know what you're doing. And that's something about Brock Purdy that you got to look at. Brock Purdy is very accurate. That's one thing you got to say about him. You got to give him credit. He's very accurate, and he can lead a team back from being down. That is something different about 49ers teams in the past. With Jimmy Garoppolo, they couldn't come back from these deficits. And they always had to keep ahead. That's why it was good to have a good run game and also a very good defense. But now they have a pretty good defense, but with an offense that can come back. And it's not just Brock Purdy. Brandon Ayuk making great plays. Christian McCaffrey, obviously. He's probably the Super Bowl MVP frontrunner for if the 49ers end up winning this. You have George Kittle that can break a 5-yard play into a 20-yarder. And then you have Deebo Samuel, who is the most physical receiver I have seen in my lifetime, probably, of me watching football. He bounces off everyone, and as long as his shoulder stays healthy, he should be a very, very important factor in this game that they will use a lot against these corners, because they're a good tackling team. Of course, the Chiefs are, but Marlon Humphrey is also a very good tackling corner. He's one of the best corners in the league. Marlon Humphrey is. Marlon Humphrey tried to tackle with Deebo Samuel, and he bounced off of him. And Deebo Samuel wasn't even looking at Marlon Humphrey. And Marlon Humphrey had a free rein, tried to hit him, and it just bounced back. It was wild. It was like a slinky. Like, what the heck? Like, how? I'm interested to see what the 49ers do offensively with one guy in particular, Jauan Jennings. Because Jauan Jennings showed out. He showed out in the games against the Packers. He showed out in games against the Lions when Deebo Samuel was banged up a bit. And he showed to be a very important factor who can make a lot of catches and is very physical around the middle. He was good in their playoff run, I think 2 years ago. He had some good plays here and there. So, will they be able to use him? Throw in a wild card with him? Because he's very good. He's a very talented guy. So, can you throw him in there? I don't know. You probably will try to, knowing how Kyle Shanahan is. And you're going to probably you probably can't go deep, but a lot of these plays that they've succeeded in, a lot of these big touchdowns they've had, aren't on 20, 25 plus yard passes. They're on 5 to 10 yards, 15, the mid-range area, what you might call it. And they break a tackle when they go for 45 yards. Or you get a lucky tip pass like they did when they went deep and hit off the Lions helmet. I caught it, and then all the momentum went in San Francisco's way. And the Lions sold. The Lions sold. So, yeah. I'm not convinced that the 49ers will have a perfect game offensively. I'm not. I saw them throw 4 interceptions against the Ravens. I saw that. We all saw the first half against the Lions, down 24-7. We all saw them have a slow start against the Packers. But when they're on, they're on. But against this Chiefs team, can you flip that switch? Can you do that? Because the Ravens tried. Lamar Jackson was getting going. They had their offense going. And they got into the red zone twice, they got past the 30 twice, and didn't get any points at some points. Yeah, 2 times they got past the 30, and both times they didn't score. That's terrible. That's terrible. Lamar Jackson threw one of the worst interceptions you're going to see. Pass interference or not, you can't throw it in triple coverage. And then you have Zay Flowers fumbling at the 1-yard line against a guy he taunted on just 3-4 plays before. That's karma. Can't do that. Can't do that. On paper, defensively, you look and you see, okay, Chase Young, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, they'll probably be the main guys. And I probably agree. I think Charvarius Ward might make a big difference, seeing how he will cover. If they can slow up Travis Kelce, I believe they will win. I think they will be able to win. Because without Kelce, they're not much. It's not like this team's deep at receiver. They're not. I mean, Rashid Rice has some good plays. But he's not going to go for a 150-yard game. He might go for 60, 70 yards, but he's not going to have those insane breakout games like a Tyreek Hill might have. No, he's not like that, especially not against this type of team. I believe the 49ers might come off with a slow start. This moment is not too big for Brock Purdy. We've seen this before. He's had some unbelievable drives against the Packers, some very, very good drives against the Lions. This guy is a talented quarterback. And I think the difference in this matchup, okay, this is one thing. I would not bet on this matchup if I was anyone. I would not bet. No, stay away from Vegas. Stay away from DraftKings. Stay away from all that. FanDuel, no, because you don't want to bet against any of these two. You don't. Do I trust Kyle Shanahan? No, not a bit. But he has shown some good signs this year of coming back down from deficits that he usually blew. Oh, man. I don't trust the refs, so the 49ers will have to completely outplay them. I do think the 49ers have this one guy that just makes a big difference. He will make the difference in this game. And that is Christian McCaffrey. You can't guard him. He was the one guy the Ravens had no chance of guarding. Him and George Kittle a bit. But mainly McCaffrey. No one can guard him. No one can stop him. And you can't have these low-scoring games like you kind of had against the Ravens to expect to beat this team. Especially with Christian McCaffrey. No, you can't. I got the score being 27-20. I think the 49ers will win their first Super Bowl since 1995. I got the 49ers in this one. I think Jake Moody will actually do good at kicking today. I believe that I think the 49ers also being closer to home than what Kansas City is compared to Las Vegas, I think will make some of the difference. There'll be more 49er fans there, I believe. I think that the 49ers will outplay them, will outsmart them. I think they'll be able to contain Mahomes. I think Mahomes will make some great plays. I think they might get a great play defensively here and there. But overall, I do not trust the Chiefs' offense continuously compared to what I would trust the 49ers to do. That's my personal opinion. I would not bet on this, though, because I could be completely wrong and Mahomes go for 4 touchdowns and win the game and win Super Bowl MVP and all that. But I'm going with the 49ers in this one. Don't let me down. We're all rooting for you, Brock. So hold up, do your job, and win it for America. No pressure. No pressure. It's just the whole country wants you to win. No pressure, though. No pressure. But yeah, put down in the comments and your opinions about this and everything that you want to discuss. And yeah, hope you have a great day. Stay safe, y'all. And God bless y'all.